All right, so now looking at number 6, wow, that really doesn't look like we have enough information, does it? But we do. All right, so remember, the area formula for a regular polygon is going to be 1/2 times that apothem times perimeter. Okay, so looking at this shape, first of all, what shape is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-sided figure, so that is a decagon. All right, given that that is a decagon, oops, sorry, that means that I could create 10 isosceles triangles. For now, I'm just going to create one so that, whoops, every time I draw a dot, that happens, so that you can see what happens here. And of course, if I was to draw that apothem, it would go right down there, and it would create that right angle there. Are you with me? Okay, so what I can find out is the measure of this angle right here. Once again, it's a decagon, which means I can draw 10 isosceles triangles. And so the measure of this whole angle will be 360 divided by 10. So that will be 36. But then for the green right here, I just need half of that. So that's going to be 18. All right. Now, if that is 18, actually, that's kind of all we need, because check this out. If this whole side is 7, let's go with blue, then just this little piece here is going to be half of that, which is 3.5. All right, now, let me see if I can redraw this right triangle, right like that. Are you seeing that? Where this is 3.5. This is our apothem. Let's just call it A instead of X. Okay, whoops. This is our apothem. We just found that this angle here is 18. All right, so let's think this through. From 18, I know the opposite. I need the adjacent, which is our apothem. And so opposite and adjacent, that's going to be tangent. So I could do the tangent of 18 equals opposite over adjacent. See the variable in the bottom? That's a switcheroo. And so my apothem will equal 3.5 divided by the tangent of 18. So my apothem, let's go to our calculator, will be 3.5 divided by tangent 18. All right, and so I get that my apothem is 10.8. And keep in mind, these are all going to be approximate because we're going to round. All right, so my apothem is 10.8. So let's come up here to our formula. I always like to write it out. So I have 1/2 times the apothem, which is 10.8, times the perimeter, which I have to figure out still. And if you remember, it gave us that this side, let me erase that, is 7. Do you see it? So if that side is 7 and there are 10 sides, then the perimeter is 70. And so all I have to do is 1/2 times 10.8 times 70. There we go, 378. And so you can see these will start getting faster and faster once you're used to finding all the parts. Now, a few minutes ago, I had said that you wouldn't have to use this formula. Does anybody see why not? Because you know that the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So if I can find the area of this whole triangle using 1/2 base times height, then I take that area times 10. So I can find one of the triangles and multiply by 10 to get the area of the whole thing. Or you can memorize this formula, which says that the area equals 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. All right, great.